Hello, I'm Jim Girard. I have been with eXp since the beginning of 2011. And one of the things I think that people need to know as they're thinking about what direction to go and what decision to make, whether or not to come with eXp. I ran my own brokerage for 13 years, and every once in a while you wake up and say, this might not be working exactly like I planned. And to be perfectly honest with you, one day it was just like magic. I woke up with gray hair and it hit me, I need to have some kind of an exit strategy. And the direction that my brokerage was going didn't really offer that. So I simply went on the internet and actually searched out real estate companies that offered a residual income. And a couple of the other ones came by, and this new company came out called eXp Realty. So I reached out to a couple of people. One guy called me back. I got on the phone with him for a short while, and my questions were too in-depth for him. He was an agent, I was a broker, so a different conversation. So he turned me over to Brian Culhane, and at the time Brian Culhane was the president of the company, and he and I talked for an extensive period of time late that night, and I got the point across to Brian, and I said, maybe you just don't get it, Brian. I run my own company. I'm on a 60-40 split with my agents. I get a 40% of everything they do, and why would I trade that in for 3.5%? And he said, Jim, and it stuck with me forever, he said, what you need to do is think about what would happen if this worked. And I took those words and I ran with it, and I said, let's just try it and see what would happen and where we go from there. And you know, back then, in the beginnings of eXp, we're 10 years old now. In that first year, people had no idea how much we were struggling. We had no idea the dream was going to come true. We had no idea where the magic was going to be. Brian Culhane announced last night in our first eXp Con, which was up here in Vegas at the area hotel. He said he had to borrow $200 to get home. That's how broke he was. And today we're talking to multimillionaires that this company has created simply because people believed in the one point that Brian got across to me: what would happen if this works? So as you're out there talking to other agents and you're talking to other brokers, keep in mind the word broker means broke in most situations. Most of them don't have the additional money to live their life like they want to live. Today, I paid a price. I came on board. I was the first person in South Carolina. I was the first sign in the yard. I was the first broker of the state. And today, I live the dream. We cruise, we travel, we go first class where we go, because this is the life that eXp brought to us. Will it happen to you? It'll only happen to you if you make the decision that you think this thing might work. And it'll work for you if you let it. Thanks for your time.